Google pays $2.7 billion to rehire AI genius or to rehire AI employee that left Google. $2.7 billion. I'm saying that again just for emphasis, but the point is Google actually paid somebody $2.7 billion to rehire them, but not in the way the headlines make it sound. Because the headline make it sound like, oh, Google just paid him $2.7 billion just to rehire him. It wasn't just about him, and the person I'm talking about here is Noam Shazir. He is a Google engineer, a computer scientist. He's worked at Google for over 20-something years prior to leaving in 2021 because Google refused to release his product, which was called Mina, which is now, by the way, Lambda in Google. But he was the key founder of AI as we know it today. So your ChatGPTs of the world, your Geminis of the world, they use something that we call in the AI space transformers, right? One of the major authors or one of the major contributors to the concept of transformers was Noam Shazir and a couple of other AI engineers in Google. And this was back in 2017 when they released the paper called Attention is All You Need, right? In this paper, they detailed the transformer technology, which is really like neural networks, on how large natural language processing would take place. And it's with that information that people like OpenAI have been able to create ChatGPT. So he's a pretty huge person in this space. Now, of course, like I said, the $2.7 billion Google spends to rehire this guy is not exactly the case. What actually happened is that Google paid $2.7 billion not just for Noam Shazir, but for also his partner, Daniel De Freitas, and the entire team to come back to Google. And what were they doing, this entire team? Within the period of 2021, when they left Google, they had already gone on to create a new AI system called Character.ai, where you create like celebrity looking like characters and you can interact with these characters. Now they have about 20 million users. So that's to tell you that it's a big deal. And some people say this company is valued about $5 billion. And Google paid this $2.7 billion not to acquire the company and acquire, so it was not an acquisition and hiring. It was not just to, it was not necessarily an acquihire. It's kind of like in the gray area where Google paid this money to have access to the underlying technology that was used in Character.ai, right? So it wasn't just about paying Noam Shazir the money, but it's about them also getting hold of the technology that was used to create Character.ai. These are very interesting times, these are very interesting stories, and this is one of the reasons why I would definitely say one of the jobs of the future will be an AI engineer, an AI analyst, because they are really ready to pay so much money because these roles are changing the way the world is, and there's a competition brewing. If you haven't noticed, there's the OpenAIs of the world, there's Apple Intelligence, there's Google, and all these major companies are competing for the top AI talent. Now, these are all the things that you need to know about this specific scenario, but there are different scenarios in this case, and they're going to be different interesting stories. We're going to be keeping an eye out for those stories. But once more, Noam Shazir was paid $2.7 billion, not just for him, but for the team, because like I mentioned Daniel De Freitas, he was one of the guys that worked on this Character.ai with Noam Shazir. So it wasn't just about the person, right? It wasn't just about Noam Shazir, it was about everybody else that comes with him, like Daniel De Freitas, and it was about the fact that they had already created a company with unique technology that Google wants. Now, Noam Shazir, as of August 2024, is back at Google and is one of the founding fathers of artificial intelligence as we know it today. By the way, my name is Walter Alabi, and this is the AI New Tech Podcast designed to inform you and educate you about artificial intelligence while simultaneously keeping this same story pertinent to your mind, which is this is not to scare you but to inform you about what is happening and to prepare you for the future ahead. By the way, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you check out for our new videos, and make sure you listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast.